Was gonna take a hike today, but so much for that. I moved out last weekend, so that was, well, it was actually kind of uneventful because it was really easy. As a minimalist, I don't have a whole lot of stuff, so I think it took me about 3 hours to move out. Well, not exactly 3 hours because I was watching House of Cards while I was moving out. So it was more like watch an episode of House of Cards, move out a little bit, watch another episode, move out a little bit. But all in all, I think the time I actually spent on moving out was less than 3 hours. So that was kind of cool knowing that I could do that and just kind of pick up and move if I wanted to. Speaking of minimalism, I actually got to meet the blogging duo behind the blog The Minimalist, Ryan Nicodemus and Joshua Fields Milburn. They were giving a talk at a university close by, so I went and saw that. So I got to meet them and chat with them for a little bit. You can check out the picture we took together here. They were actually the guys that inspired me to become a minimalist in the first place a couple years back. So it's just cool that that kind of came full circle and I got to share my story with them and pick their brain a little bit. But anyway, yeah, I moved out because this new job I'm going to be starting is in a different city, so I got rid of my apartment. And it's been interesting knowing that I don't have a safety net anymore because I haven't gotten a new apartment, and I don't think I will. Still deciding on that. I mean, I guess it's not too weird because I've been doing this for 6 months, but it's still just kind of interesting knowing myself that I don't have that safety net there anymore. So that's kind of cool and weird and frightening all at the same time. Some of you have been asking about updates on the van. To tell you the truth, it hasn't been that much changes since the last video I made. I like to say I live out of my van instead of I live in my van because really that's what it's about for me. It's not so much about creating a perfect home on wheels. For me, being a mobilite allows me to get out there more and do the things I really want to do. So really my van is just a place for me to sleep and have shelter, and it's not really that big a deal for me if it doesn't have every single amenity that I'd like it to have. But I will be working on it more, hopefully after the rainy season and once I have a little bit more money. So I appreciate your interest in it, and I'll definitely try and update you guys on that as soon as I can. Really, these past few weeks have just been about kind of getting my shit together and setting the groundwork for bigger and better things to come. Building momentum, I guess you could say. That's one thing I've been thinking a lot about lately. Momentum. I feel like if you have momentum, it doesn't really matter so much if you don't have really good willpower, which I don't, and you don't have really good self-motivation, which I don't. As long as you have momentum towards the things you want to be doing and towards the life you want to have, it's really easy to go in that direction. So that's what I've been trying to do these past few weeks, is just build momentum by putting little things in place so that later on I can easily roll into bigger and better things. I wrote a little bit more about that in my blog. You can check that out if you want. Give it a read and let me know what you think. Oh, I've also got another road trip coming up, which I'm really excited about. Most of my road trips take me out away from people and into nature to kind of get away from it all, things like that. But this one's going to be a little bit different. I'm actually going to New York City with a friend of mine. So that's going to be really interesting, and I'll definitely be filming and keeping you updated with that. Anyway, in an effort to make this video not just me talking, here's a couple things I've been making my life a whole lot easier lately. Sriracha sauce. Yeah, I actually keep it in a basket right next to me because I literally have been putting it on all my food lately. It just makes everything taste better. Apps that turn your smartphone into a fax machine. Faxing is like the new snail mail, but for some reason we still do it. And when you are forced into it, it's nice to have an app that'll turn your smartphone into a fax machine. Gary Vaynerchuk. This guy is like my idol, and if you are not familiar with him, just Google his name, look at some of his videos, read some of his stuff, because if you're someone who's all about doing bigger and better things with your life, this is the guy you need to listen to. Medium. If you guys aren't familiar with Medium, you definitely need to check it out. It's always high quality content, and I always get a lot of use out of the stuff that's posted there. You can also find me there too. Check it out here. Coconut oil. Coconut oil is like the multi-tool of food products. It's got so many uses, and it's really good for you as well. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing me talk to myself. So, remember to leave a comment below and say hi. I hope you all are doing well. And remember, all the lines are imaginary, so you might as well color wherever the fuck you want.